Hello and welcome back to our channel. My name is Francisco and I work for Virtual CNS. And we're here to discuss with another video on Office 365 or soon to be called Microsoft 365. We're here again in the portal, but we're going to show you one of the tools that actually is one of the most efficient tools in communication. It's called Microsoft Teams. Okay. In the past videos, you're going to see a lot of information on other applications that we have talked about. Most of them are really important, really efficient, depending on your type of organization or business that you're running. But in this case, we're going to show you a little bit about Teams. What exactly Teams does, how you can employ, how you can use it in your organization, and how efficient this is going to be for your team to communicate with each other. So let's get started. So we're going to go to the Teams that I already have open here, and we're going to show you how we use it and potentially how you can use it in your business. Okay, so Microsoft Teams in reality is a application that has been combined, and it was actually taking upgraded, let's put it this way, from Microsoft Skype, or what we used to call a Skype for Business. So a Skype for Business was actually one of the main tools from Office 365, and then they actually get rid of that and actually implement it inside Microsoft Teams. So now we're using that technology, and in addition to other technologies that are already built into this new application. So in this case, what you're seeing right now is a section where you can actually communicate the same way we used to with the Skype for Business or the Skype that you used to have access in your personal situation. And in this case, what you're seeing right now is just a basic chat feature available for you to communicate with other members of your team. For example, in here, as you can see, you have the ability to actually write content, exchange images the way you're seeing right now. You can exchange videos and do all the functionality that you may expect with the regular system for communication. Okay, as you can see here down below, you can actually do the text. There is different features available. You can actually attach different files. You can send obviously all the emojis available out there with a regular system for communication. You can have other nice features about, for example, images and different graphics that is allow you to communicate and in a sense be able to have a nice conversation with your coworkers, for example. If you go here a little bit more, again, you have shortcuts for connectivity with the Stream, Microsoft Stream, that is really used for videos. And what else we have here? And then obviously this integrates with other applications in your Office 365 as well, if needed. So again, the main system relies on texting and be able to communicate and exchange information in a very easy way. So for example, if you're sitting at an office right now and you have, say, 10 employees, but you also have other employees outside the office, in that case, you're going to be able to exchange communication very easily. You don't have to call the person necessarily. From their apps is also going to be available for them to go back and forth and start talking to the office, or the office start talking to what those employees that are maybe not in the office but outside. You can also, as you can see here on the right side, you have a way to call them, and you also have a way to actually start a video. So the advantage of doing this is that, again, from here, you don't have to use a phone, you don't have to use maybe a physical phone, but in reality, you use your computer and you're able to have a video conference. You can actually have calls through the computer as well if you have a headset. And also you can have a conference with multiple people at the same time. And that's typically used for collaboration. For example, if you want to use a meeting, maybe you want to talk to your field tech, they're doing some particular task, and this is used for this, okay? This section also, as you guys can see in one of these, is what I use for recording as well. So you can actually, once you're discussing with your team, you can record a meeting, okay? You can actually record it right away, and then after the conversation, the data or the video is actually stored directly in Microsoft Teams. So the possibility to be able to record it and be able to save this information in Microsoft Stream is very easy, okay? We're going to go back here to the activities, another section. This is basically other areas, okay, for the type of activity that you're going to be able to find and be able to track exactly what kind of work have you been doing in the past few days. If you don't remember a conversation, or maybe you want to know exactly how the team is communicating, you can see that here, depending on the permissions that you have. This section right here also shows you the type of activity, because in reality, this involves not only a chat system, but also more or less like a board available for you to communicate and send general messages to the entire group. You can actually employ different abilities or tools, for example, the files. You can actually do have a wiki page available if you want to share the communication through here. And then you also have different tabs and different applications that you can actually build into Microsoft Teams. So for example, the main idea is for a lot of people to start using, for example, emails, but also Teams. And from Teams, you can actually don't all really open an application, but build in this into Microsoft Office 365. So for example, if you have, again, going back to the example that we have, if you have an office and you have 10 employees, most of the time, typically they can work out of this application. They can engage into the conversation, they can have different tasks done, they can share information, they can send URLs, they can do videos, they can record it, and they can link those activities to the applications that I'm showing you on the screen, which are also part of the same Office 365, and also outside as well, Office 365, for example, plugins or paid versions of other applications that may be useful for your organization. So everything is here as far as the communication goes. This also has the calendar. This calendar actually syncs right away to your calendar in Outlook. So in reality, you don't have to go back to their application to manage it. You can do all through here. On the right side here at the bottom, you're going to see a Meet Now, and also you're going to see a new meeting. This is where you're going to actually create a meeting, send it to the team, and then also they can actually go back and join the meeting when it's time, and also be able to share your screen if you want to. You can actually, let's say, for example, you have a meeting with different people, you can actually share your screen. You can choose to share the entire desktop, or you can also choose to share only a specific applications within your computer, okay? Another important thing that is very useful is that now with the newer version of Office 365 in Microsoft Teams, you can actually share your phone. Meaning, if I'm connected right now from the outside and I'm actually communicating through another person in Teams, if I'm actually using my iPhone and I click on share, the person here at the desk is going to be able to see my iPhone, my screen, the same way you actually are used to use your iPhone. That's very useful, because for example, I'm having some problems, and actually a person that having some problems with a particular application, maybe I'm not seeing that data. Instead of talking to communicate through the phone and asking questions, you are seeing the screen right away using Teams, and then you can actually guide that person to click on different applications and then be able to resolve the problem. So that's actually an amazing feature available today. This also works from the Android, and then you're able to share the communication. You're able to share the phone and be able for the other person to see that in a very easy way. Okay. Here you have also the calls. This is pretty much what we talked in the past, where you're able to speed dial different members in your teams. You have the contacts, as you can see here, a history of who do you call, how many calls have you had, on all the incoming and outgoing, how long it takes, as you guys can see here, what days in reality have you actually called that person, and what kind of activity you have in reality. You also have a voicemail available. In this case, if they call you, and again, it works the same way as a phone. If you're not available, if they leave a voicemail, you're going to be able to answer and process that here. Delete the message if you want to, after obviously processing the particular voicemail. And here you have, again, more integration with other applications as well within the Office 365. So the conclusion of this is that Microsoft Teams in reality allows you for a full engagement and communication. You're able to talk to all the coworkers, team members, and you're able to really utilize the application. From here, you are able to communicate. There's no more need in reality for having a cell phone to be used, or maybe necessarily having a particular phone, or maybe a voice over IP. This is a voice over IP through a computer. This allows you to have the what we call the unified communication system. Okay, so for some businesses out there, if you really need for your employees to communicate with each other and be able to chat with each other and be able to exchange links, Office 365 gives you all those tools. There's no really need for something outside this. In some of our clients, they do use obviously phones. For example, if you want to call to the outside and you want to receive calls from the outside, maybe the office manager or something like that, and they want to process incoming calls, yes, of course, you do need to have. Microsoft does not have an option for you to call the outside unless you actually have a combination, maybe RingCentral or another paid application out there. But the good news is Microsoft Teams is a full system communication for internal processes. So for example, internally, you can choose to use the communication from computer to computer, pretty much as many users as you want. So this is pretty much Microsoft Teams. I think it's a wonderful application. Obviously, you have a lot more features available through this, but we just wanted to give you more or less an idea of how this works and the whole functionality of Microsoft Teams and how useful this can be for your business. Hopefully this video helps you. If you have any questions, you can send us an email to info@virtualcns.com. And please, if you like the video, obviously put a like on the video or maybe subscribe to our channel. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.